Hi, I'm Sally.
And I'm Alan.
And we are Sal and Al.
The Wool Slayers.
Welcome. It's episode 58.
Hi, y'all.
Hi. We missed you.
Yes.
Sorry, we had to take a little month off. We both have some drama.
Crazy stuff going
Life
on.
is happening.
Yeah.
So we are back. We are in Alan's knitting nook.
Yes.
And neither one of us has much knitting.
I know.
But we're going to show what we have. But we still have a lot to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
'Cause camp!
Camp is happening.
Yay, camp!
Yeah. So registration for camp is live. Our alumni, our previous campers did take a lot of the rooms.
Yeah.
But we still have pretty good inventory.
Yeah. We have 2 double rooms where there's 2 queen beds. And then we have quite a few of the king single rooms and some queen single rooms.
Are they king single rooms?
Well, there's king 1 bed and queen 1 bed.
Gotcha.
That's what I mean by single. 2 people can stay in it, but y'all need to know
money.
each other already.
Yeah. Pick a roommate and come register at www.campwellslayers.com.
We have a website.
We're so official.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
No, but
it gets the job done.
It's working. So, yay.
Yeah.
We really intended to record before camp registration, just to remind you, and life happened. So.
Lots of life.
Yes. So yeah, go jump on that if you are interested. Camp is May 15th through 17th in Wimberley, Texas at the Wimberley Inn in our little market with all the vendors that we talked about last time. Will be that Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm super pumped.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram at Wool Slayers Podcast. I am Sally Wren on Ravelry.
And I'm Alan Loves Yarn on Ravelry.
I think that's it.
Huh.
Definitely. Just go look if you're at all interested in camp. Just go look at the rates on the website and, the information. So.
And I will say, we had somebody reach out this week wondering if it was good for them. They said they've been knitting a month.
Yes!
I know.
I said, yes for you! It's perfect because I said the best way to learn is to just sit around with other knitters, right? Mm-hmm. And so...
Because we don't have official classes, but
right.
Everybody's so knowledgeable, and
we're still learning from from sitting around with knitters. So
exactly.
Yeah. So I loved that question.
I know I did too.
I know. Okay. Did you have any fails?
No.
Me either.
Because I didn't start anything new.
Agreed. Ditto. Yeah.
You would think in a month I would have.
I know. We should have like all the slays and all the cast-ons and all the fails. No, I have nothing.
Mm-mm. Again, life.
Do you have any slays?
I do.
Oh, good, because I don't.
I do. And it is blocked and everything. I finished my dye pyramid hat.
Cute.
Oh, it looks so good.
And that's in Suburban Stitcher DK.
It is.
In the curry and the coal?
Uh-huh. Coal is
so
this
pretty.
and curry's the yellow. It might still be a little damp.
Gosh, I love a Fair Isle hat.
Oh, I do too. Look at
the
top.
It's so pretty. Now, is it slouchy?
I don't know because
that top slouching on the back is going to be...
It could be slouchy.
I guess if you fold it, it will be.
Okay. So that could be, you could wear it slouchy like that.
That's pretty cute.
I don't, is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty slouchy.
Yeah.
But the brim is also made to fold up.
Oh, it's cute.
So, it could be like that. But look at that.
It still slouches just a smidge.
Just a little?
It's very cute. And look at with your...
Oh, yeah, because it's the same curry in here.
Yeah, aww.
But wow, look, that tells me I need to not wear dark colored hats.
It doesn't look as same in real life.
Okay, good, because it looks real same right here.
Excuse me. Sorry.
So,
cute.
It is a pretty easy knit. I like the Fair Isle part of it. I don't want to do picture Fair Isle. I love the graphic Fair Isle where it's like an 8-stitch repeat that you do all the way around.
You know how you just get like a dry spot or something?
Yep. So,
see, I like it all. Give me a picture, give me a pattern, I will knit it Fair Isle.
This, it does a tubular cast on, and I did do the tubular cast on, and it looks great. Like, it does exactly what a tubular cast on is supposed to do.
Yeah, it does look good.
It is crazy. You use a size 1 needle to cast on for DK.
Whoa.
The ribbing is knit in size 2.
Oh my goodness.
And the ferrule part is done in size 3.
Really?
Yes.
I feel that.
But it doesn't feel too tight.
It doesn't feel that dense. I mean, it just looks good.
Right. So.
Huh.
I know.
I mean, it works.
But I mean
and it's not it's not like it's tiny. It's a big hat.
Yeah.
Weird.
So, and
makes a great fabric.
Right. It feels really good. It makes it really squishy.
Yes.
Like it's already squishy yarn, but
yeah,
it just, because there's so much more of it.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
So I love it. And, I finished, it took me as long to do this as it did to do all that.
Yeah.
That ribbing took forever.
Between the cast on and the ribbing, that would have been the same for me. And you know, and once I start a ferrule, like I can't stop.
Right.
So I just would have busted that out in a day. And,
right.
Yeah. But the ribbing, nah.
I know.
That would have taken me a week.
Oh, it was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
And on such small needles, like it, I really felt it. You know, I felt it in my hands, and so. But that's my sleigh.
That's a good one.
Dye pyramid hat.
I'm glad that you had one.
I know.
Because I didn't.
And I still have plenty of yarn left. Like,
oh, good.
Maybe a third of the skein of coal, and then I still have more.
Wow.
I know, like
that's a ton.
And I used it in this.
Can you make a hat for your kids or something?
Oh yeah, I can make something. Yeah,
not that they deserve it.
I know, and they wouldn't wear it because it's
really
not orange brocade, and Zane's so picky these days. You know, he's a 6th grader with his own fashion sense.
Yeah, you'll notice there's not been much knitting for my children.
Right. So that's my sleigh. My
good job. The only one of the show. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll just show this really quick. I don't even know if I made any progress, but I have so little to show. And it's on these tiny little needles that keep... Okay, so there's a little bit more cascarones.
It's so pretty.
Mustache. I think I did knit a little more of it since I last. I think we went to the movies. So we're moving. We've sold our house and we've bought another house. And since I last podcast, we had 2 open houses. And so I'm pretty sure the only time this got worked on was we went to the movies during one of our open houses because you can't be there. And I think I worked on this during it. What did we go see though?
Sonic?
No.
That's what my kids went
to see. We went to see Doolittle.
Oh.
And I fell asleep.
I heard it wasn't good.
It was not bad, really. Like, I was just so stressed and tired from everything. And then, so I knit on.
Comfy chair.
I knit on this, and then I passed out. It's been.
You're like, I could have stayed in the car and taken a nap.
It's been real rough. There's been a lot of me falling asleep. Randomly. So yes. So when we're talking about life happening, that's one of the things is we've been packing and spackling and painting and listing our house, and then it sold in 4 days, and we didn't have a house to move to because we made offers on 3 houses and didn't get them, and then we finally got the 4th one. So it's been a bit much.
Yeah.
So yeah. So there's a little bit of progress on my sock, and I'm just using just my normal vanilla. Just cast on 64 and knit, and then I'll cut in a heel. My favorite.
Sounds great to me.
Got anything?
I do have some whips.
Okay.
I
only have one more, so you go for it.
I think I only have 2.
Okay.
I did not cast anything new on, but I have made progress. So on my Spelta shawl.
Oh, yeah, you have.
This is my scrappy Spelta.
Oh, cool.
And it is coming together. I did not love it when it was down here.
Really?
In this stage. No, I didn't. I was
You were questioning it?
I was questioning it, but I don't know how, like, I'll just go this direction.
This pattern would be cool to make as a blanket.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yes. I would have to figure out how many stitches you could do it. Like you
But
have
I really like the rectangles instead of the little squares that I make. Like this would make a cool blanket.
Or I could see doing this and then crochet zip them together, like make strips and zip it together. So I'm loving, like some of these ended up being a really nice fade, like this purple into this brown and purple into this brown.
Yeah.
So now that there's more of it, I'm liking it.
Yeah, it's cool.
But I didn't love it down here.
Oh, that's fair.
And because I was like, it's so crazy and bold when it was just that.
Right.
Like that's just a lot.
A lot.
And
you needed the rest to.
Right.
That happens to me a lot, honestly. And then you get the whole thing, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, now
that's a lot. Yeah.
And the other end is going to be a lot. So the two ends hanging down will kind of coordinate with each other.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's super, super, super easy. I don't even have to look at the pattern anymore.
Cool.
I am so over these 2 needle things though. And
yeah, that gets old.
I'm using my crappy knit picks. Sorry, knit picks. You got great customer service, but I hate these cords.
That's fair.
And because that's just what I had.
Right.
The others were on project.
In the right size or whatever.
And these things, the working yarn gets caught on these things all the time. And so I'm over that aspect of it.
It's just, because it's one more thing to fight with.
Yes. Yeah. And so my next color is, I have these two. My next color going here will be this navy blue.
Ooh, I like that. I like those two together.
And then after that, I have like 3 colors that are part of a full skein or like a half skein. And I don't want to wind it up, so I'm just going to knit from the skein, which it doesn't take very long. It really does go very quickly.
I feel that.
But this has been my portable dark knitting because garter.
Yeah.
So.
Makes sense. And if you just take the next couple of colors with you, you don't have to take like all 27 or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what I've been doing. I've been making sure that I always have the next color with me. And even if I have to wind it up when I'm there, it's fine.
Do you want to update on my speltus?
Yes.
I'm not going to make it. Not anytime soon. I just was like, what are you doing? You have too much going on to make a 27 color thing. My brain can't.
Just to keep up with it.
Yeah, I can't do it. So I'm not making it.
Good for you.
So it doesn't matter that we forgot to put my picture in from last time.
Right?
Because I'm not going to do it.
I know. I totally forgot.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Okay, so the only thing that I've truly worked on, and honestly, I only started really cranking on it in the last, 10 days. Because, honestly, when we were painting and cleaning and pre-listing our house, there was no knitting happening. We were just falling into bed at night. We were exhausted. So, because we've lived in our house 15 years, there was some stuff that needed painting and but it worked because we sold in 4 days, but boy, that was rough. So finally in the last week or so, I've really been working on this, getting multiple rows per day. It's my Pebble Beach.
It looks great.
So it's really hard to show because it's all bunched up, but there's a good... So I've got all 3 colors in it. Okay, so the second color is only right here.
Yeah.
And then I've got the third color started, and I did go ahead and fade them a little. Just kind of, did a few rows and then did solid. And I'm really liking it.
Oh, it's great.
And it's been, how she does her patterns. She literally gives you, I'm not showing you the pattern, I'm just showing you the rows. She literally, every single row is listed. So it's been perfect for me who put it down, for days and weeks and then pick it back up. Or when I do pick it up, I need to just tell me what to do. I don't want to read my knitting. I don't want to think about it. And so I just pick it up and I go, okay, I'm right here. I do that row. I mark it off. And then I can put it down or I can, do another row, whatever. So it's been great. Perfect for if your mind is busy.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just idiot proofed. It also helps that this is also really easy knitting. Like, it's just yarn overs, and it's not like complicated lace.
But did it change patterns?
It did.
Oh, okay.
The holes get closer.
Ah.
So down here there was like a hole and then a space, and now they're like hole.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's more meshy. These are more like eyelets, and then it turns into more mesh.
So did you just work?
There's also some garter ridges.
Okay. Did you work until you ran out of the yarn, or did you change at a specific point?
So I kind of probably went too far with the first color because I thought I was going to use all my yarn. And then I was like, oh, I'm already like 40% in. So I went like 40% with the first color, and then I was like, I'm going to change. And then so with this one I changed because again, she shows you what percentage of the shawl you have done.
And this is Helen Stewart.
This is Helen Stewart.
She does this for all her patterns.
At all her
it's
patterns.
Incredible.
It's awesome. So I went until I was at 70% with the second color, and then I put in my third color. And so now I am just past 85%.
Wow, you're almost finished.
I know. I mean, literally, I only have like 7 more rows and then a picot bind off. I mean, it's going to take a while.
And it'll take a lot of yarn.
Yeah, and because you're at 419 stitches when you bind off.
Oh my
goodness.
Goodness. That's significant.
It's different. It's it's a lot. So, I mean, it's not the worst I've ever done.
Right.
Hopefully I'll have this done next time we podcast. So we were gonna podcast one more time in my old house. And then and it's literally like 4 days before we move. We've already scheduled our next recording, and it's the Tuesday before we move on Saturday. So my house looks very different, you guys. Hopefully I'll have this done. I don't know that I'll have it blocked because all of my stuff might be packed by then. But we'll see.
I was gonna say, how could I block it for you?
I don't know.
Maybe I could just
unless we saw each other before. Anyway, it'll be okay. Who knows if I'll even have it done, honestly, because I might get really busy. Because I also have another ear infection and can't hear out of my left ear and have to go get an ear tube like a baby. So that's super fun to add to all of my drama. So yeah, I'm really loving it.
Yeah, it was great.
This was
the yarn is great.
Yeah, this was Suburban Stitcher, and it was like floaty, boaty, and I can't remember the third one, but it was a trio she did for the Zombie Knit Apocalypse last year, and she gave me one because we're friends.
Love it.
Pebble Beach shawl.
That is great. I like your transition.
Thank you. It feels like I have done no knitting, but really I have.
Oh yeah.
Like
because you had just barely gotten a little triangle.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to be like, you have. It's just you've been monogamous and not a lot of knitting time.
Right.
So. Right. That's all I got. As far as knitting, that's all I got.
I made more progress on binding off my French can.
Oh, fun.
So I have quite a bit bound off.
Yeah, you do. You're getting there.
I am getting there.
So good.
It does, man.
It's such a pretty pattern.
Let me move that out of the way. And I've almost got it memorized.
You've done a ton.
And I realized when I was editing the podcast last time, I realized I had miscrossed a cable.
Oh.
And so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was really good. And so it was just like 6 rows below. And since there are only 18 stitches, I tinked it back.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. It would take me so long to drop down and fix it. And so, but it looks so good.
Yeah, I like it.
And I think I'm over halfway. So I have.
Oh, for sure.
This much more to go.
Yeah, you're way over halfway.
And I still have this much and another ball.
Oh, okay.
So I could have kept going on the garter.
Yeah, but
I was worried about running out.
I know.
And I'm sure I'll use all of this. I might go into the last ball.
You might.
But yeah, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was so close.
Yeah, you are a lot farther than you think because there's way more.
Yeah.
See?
You're
way past halfway.
Yeah.
Yay! It's so squishy.
It is so squishy. And it does go fast. I feel like, I mean, even though it takes 36 stitches to bind off one stitch. It feels like it's going.
Yeah, because you're like.
Because I get to that one quickly,
yes.
you know, and to end up with that as the product. Right. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to block it and have it all open. Yeah. And so
it's a good one.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention this. Okay, so I have decided while I was knitting with this Cole and with the curry, I've decided I'm going to show it up close. See, hopefully the different colors and dimension in the yarn will come out, will show up. Maybe back here, this one. I don't know, but see how the yellow is not a solid yellow, and the Cole is not a solid gray. And then I have this one that is a, you know, like mill dyed. It's solid. It's a solid color. I just really like this so much more. Mm-hmm. Like it's so much more interesting. Mm-hmm. Like I don't see myself buying this again. I mean, I love the content of this, like the way the yarn feels, but it's just not as interesting.
I like tonal.
And you can get
even with Fair Isle, like the tonal still works.
And the tonal, I feel like, makes it look better.
Yeah.
And this, I mean, it's not boring because it has the interest of this, but it could be so much more interesting. And it doesn't have to be a flat, solid color to show this off. It could, as long as it's mostly one color. Like Cole wouldn't be good because it's so dark it wouldn't show this as much. But
it has to be the right. But I also feel like the same way with tonals. It has to be the right tonal. Do you know what I mean? Because there are some that wouldn't.
Some looks almost variegated.
Right.
Yeah. It needs to be an actual tonal. Yeah. But it's so much more interesting.
I know.
So.
But I do like that purple though. It's very pretty.
It is. But when I think about what I would purchase again in the future, not a solid like this. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's a trend, trend. I don't know.
I like solids for my boys. Like Mitch prefers like a solid. Mm-hmm. Because again, like he hates this sweater. Like this, he's kind of a square, and he's like, "Oh my God, your sweater is ripped up, and it's an animal print and a stripe and a pop of color." He's like, "It's too much." So like a tonal is a little much for him. Right. He's a little waspy. So. But
like not the gray.
No, like but again, it has to be the right one. Right. Yeah. So they have their place, but yes, if it's a choice, I'm gonna pick a tonal over a solid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. So, future yarn
little wool gathering.
Yeah, exactly. So that's all I've made progress on.
Okay.
I haven't worked on anything else.
I mean, I feel you.
Well, I've my sock tube. I have more tube.
Yeah.
Left it downstairs though,
That's
so I'm gonna let it be there.
Yeah,
it's not finished, but I have made a good amount of progress on it because when I couldn't, like, if I couldn't take the Speltis with me, that is a good grab and go. Mm-hmm. Do you want to do the? Oh yeah. Okay, so that's it for Slave. But I wanted to tell y'all about the latest Lambs on the Run trip that they're doing this summer.
Which is what you went to Italy with, right?
I went to Italy with Lambs on the Run, and they're going to Spain this year. I would love to go.
Yeah.
Love to go.
Yeah.
But I cannot do that 2 years in a row. No. Just the time away, I couldn't do it. So, so some things to know. Pictures here. But, so they have become a premier luxury knitting tour and events group. And I will say it was luxury. Like we stayed in 4 and 5 star hotels all through Italy, and the service was great. The accommodations were great. It was wonderful. Spain is for Knitters will be May 28th through June 12th, and it includes all breakfasts and some dinners, all excursions, special events, including city pass tickets and walking tours. We did a couple walking tours in Italy, and they were great because you could walk past stuff and
not realize,
not know the significance and the importance, and so having a guide walk you around, it was great. Guest locals, private museum and collection tours, special yarn shop visits, ding, 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 ding. Then there's like a swag bag that you get, and there was a special pattern that Ann Budd created for us. Now Ann Budd's not the guest on or the teacher on this one. Julie Dubrow of Julie Knits in Paris is the instructor, and I love her designs. I have followed her for a while on Ravelry, and I was kind of hoping, like, hey, maybe if I go to La Bien-Aimée when I'm in Paris, Julie will be there. Because, just run into people.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah. So she's going to be teaching her shawl design class in English, and she'll be joining for at least part of the tour of Spain. And it's fun. Like, you get to know the instructor on the trip because they're with you the whole time. Yeah, you're hanging out with them. So the classes that we took were very helpful in the sense that there's always, even if you feel like you know what you're doing and you don't need that class, there's always that nugget of information that you're like, oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Right.
Yes, right there. That's what I needed. So, so that even if you aren't interested in designing shawls, you will learn much more about the construction of shawls. And so then when you go to make shawls, it'll
help you read a pattern.
Mm-hmm, yeah, exactly. And to know like shapes you like, what works for you.
And why something is written the way it is, even.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, why is this making me do this? And then you get down and, oh, okay, cool.
Right. Now I get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Lambs on the Run is on the bottom. That's how you contact them. But we had a great time with them last year. This is their third international trip. Spain is for knitters, and it's May 28th through June 12th. So it was all what made our trip so special and fun for us was not just the knitting part, but like all the places that we got to go while we were knitting.
Right.
Like we went to a bunch of wineries. I think they're going to like olive groves and vineyards and wineries, and they're doing a keeping class also. So, and it's just, knitters.
So you get like a trip to Spain and like a knitting trip too.
Exactly.
And a knitting class. Yeah.
Right. And knitters are the best. So hanging out with knitters was fun.
Hashtag Camp Wolseley.
Exactly.
You could do both.
Yeah.
Because it's the weekend after.
It is. Yes.
Because ours is the 15th and 17th, and theirs is,
So it's like 2 weeks
after. So and that's some recovery time.
And I came back from Italy a week before we went to camp.
That was nuts.
It was nuts, but worth it.
Do you ever look back and go, how did we pull that off?
Every time.
Yeah. So I have a donation. We got a donation for camp. So at camp, we do have a raffle table, and like if you're a camper, you're in the raffle. It's not an extra cost. Everyone gets a prize. So we got a donation.
So if anybody wants to send a donation, we're taking donations.
Yeah. And this is so this was so cool. Desert Vista Dye Works. Have you heard of them? Yes, you have. They're kind of a big deal. She put on her Instagram, hey, I would like to send out some donations. Let me know if you'd like some. And I mean, how cool is that? First of all, like how generous.
Yeah.
And so many sweet wool slayers tagged us. And brought it to my attention. And so I was like, hell yeah. Would love some. And I just emailed and was like, so we have a podcast and we do a raffle at our retreat. And, if you want to send something to us, great. Here's the address and our names. And if not, cool too, And then I just kind of forgot about it, just moved on with my life. And then she was like, hey, sorry it took me a while. I'm like, it was only a couple of weeks. Like, it was not like ridiculously long time. Sorry it took me so long. I'm going to send you some stuff. It's in the mail. And again, kind of forgot. Like, oh my God, that's so cool. Kind of forgot about it. And a couple of weeks later, a package showed up. So, super generous.
Very.
3 skeins. So 3 prizes. So this one is Katya Zombody Zamo. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I know the Zombody is, for that zombie stripe that's like a variegated stripe. So this
is that why it's always Zombody?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
so they have that one like variegated speckle stripe, which I love. That's like in my cascarones.
Okay. Is it always the same speckle? Like the Zombody is always...
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Don't let me lie. So this is a glitter base. It says it's 6 stripes.
So pretty.
It's so pretty. It's a red and a pink and a gray and a... I don't even know. There's so much in there.
There's green speckles.
So cool.
Is that going to focus? Come on, focus there. There. Oh, maybe.
Come to camp.
Okay.
Come to camp and see it. I give up. Okay, and this one is very cool. This one looks like you.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Zombody TV. 4 stripes.
Mike.
I don't know. Mike TV, is that a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know anything.
I'm so out of touch with pop culture.
I'm like, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Zombody of the Badlands, 6 stripe. This is another glitter.
That's
so the
pretty.
second one was not a glitter. This one's a glitter.
I love that.
Yeah.
Is that dark blue or charcoal?
I think it's charcoal. And then that lime green, and then there's like a reddish, rusty pink. It's pretty cool. It's very pretty. Oops, sorry.
Stripes.
So thank you so much to Desert Vista Dye Works. 3 skeins.
Oh my
That is way more than I expected. Like, so
that's awesome.
So generous. Thank you so much. So if you would like to donate, we will feature it on the podcast and then give it away to a lucky camper.
Yay!
Pardon my crinkle. Very cool.
Yeah.
It was very exciting.
That is exciting.
And it makes camp like, it makes me get all like ready and makes me want to work on our behind the scenes stuff that we do even more. It's like, it's happening.
No, it's coming. Oh my God.
I can't believe it's our 3rd time.
I can't either.
We love doing it. We just like, last year had the biggest smiles on our faces the whole way. And we would like run into each other and be like, isn't this great? It was just the best. It was just the best.
I know. And we work so well together.
We do.
I love it.
Yeah.
And oh my God, y'all should have. So next year we're gonna live cast somehow.
We're gonna have to.
Registration day.
Oh my God.
We were on Marco Polo. Oh my God, so registered.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
It was so fun.
I can't wait to see her again. And
yes, it was.
We're the biggest nerds.
So much fun.
It's so funny.
Yeah. So
yeah, we want to be together next year on registration day because it's so much fun.
Yeah. So we're gonna do something for registration because oh my God, it was
a lot.
It was such an exciting day.
Yeah,
I know. Okay. And we're back.
Oh, one thing before we start Weeby Freebies, I wanted to clarify. Max the knitter is not married to his boyfriend. They're just boyfriends. And I said, you better put a ring on it before I try. So.
And how do you know that, Sally?
Because he messaged me and was like, we just watched the podcast, which of course I regretted everything I said. Because it's like, I don't know. I just start talking and stuff just comes out. And then like a week later, I'm like, oh my God.
You actually see it after I edit it?
And like, oh, people are watching this. Like.
And see, when I'm editing the whole time, I'm just laughing. Like,
oh my God.
I'll be sitting at my computer knitting, like at my desk, and I'll start laughing, and Zane's like, are you editing? And I'm like, yeah.
And see, when I rewatch it to do the notes, I fast forward.
Oh.
I don't really.
You just wait until the next picture.
I just go to the next, like when we start talking about the next thing, and I make my note, and then I fast forward, and because I don't want to watch myself. And so I was like, hashtag mortified. And then, but it takes a lot to embarrass me, but I did get like, I kind of blushed a little bit because I was like, oh my God, they just watched me gush and laughed at me. But they're so sweet. They're so sweet. And he was like, I just want you to know that technically you still have a chance. And I was like, what did I say? Oh my God.
He does still live in another state.
Country.
Oh, country, yeah, that's true. Country.
He's still not interested in girls, and I'm still happily married. Right. So there's a lot of, but anyway, I was like, well, you need to put a ring on it. Just saying.
That's funny.
Anyway, I had to A correction.
Yes, update.
Yes.
Max the Knitter's social life.
Oh my god. Okay, now weeby freebies.
Weeby freebies. So, Fair Owl hat.
Oh my god. Is this just for me?
I know, right?
You love me.
I do. So much.
Oh, that's my favorite. I'm just ready. Just give it to me. I'm ready. I'm so excited.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
The first one is a Midwinter's Heart hat. And I think it's with like a bulky or an Aran weight because it looks pretty chunky.
Cute.
It is super cute.
Yeah.
They almost look like clouds to me.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look so much like hearts.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I could get away with that.
Oh my god.
Right? Look, it's from Marley Bird. Didn't you make something from Marley Bird? That
I don't know.
that shawl? No, I don't know. Anyway, chill out winter
But look
hat.
at those colors. Oh,
Yeah, those colors are you.
goodness. Chill out winter hat. Love it.
Yep. Then this one, you made something similar, didn't you? Or do I keep saying that every time we see a hat like this?
It looks
With
like the
dots?
ombre hat.
Yeah. Okay, so snowflake hat. Sorry,
But again, I didn't really make that hat. We both think I made it, but I didn't.
You didn't?
I didn't.
I say that every time. I feel like you
And
made
I
it.
think I made it, but I didn't.
I swear you made something
Maybe
like
I
it.
did. I don't know. Don't open that can of worms again.
I know, right? I thought you'd like this
Oh,
one.
I love that.
Buffalo plaid beanie. It uses 3 colors in the plaid.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make that.
And a fourth, like the brim as a 4th color is optional. You could use one of the others. So, but think about it. You could totally use like your half
Black and red.
your half skeins and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
You know?
What?
Like, I think it's DK. Let's
Sorry. Me and my stupid allergies.
Well, they have it as worsted,
Okay, but still.
but you could
You
adjust
figure it
for
out. Oh my
DK.
god, cute.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that.
and the swirl
Yes.
up top. I know.
It looks like a little basket.
It does. Did I put those in there twice?
Yeah.
I guess I did.
Ooh.
Blind geese hat.
Mm-hmm.
I like the graphic stuff,
Yeah.
so like that totally appeals to
Kind
me.
of looks like paper airplanes.
Oh yeah.
It's cute.
I was thinking darts or arrows.
Yeah, it does look like arrows
Yeah.
too. Ooh.
The Latvian braid 2018 hat. It's the Latvian
Was that
Olympics.
Olympics? Yeah.
Yeah. So there were several of this, but this is a free version.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So that's it. I thought
Oh.
I had more because I doubled up on one of them.
Very cute though.
But
I love them all.
I know. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of not at a crossroads with my knitting, but I feel like I'm at a transition point. Like I really like hats.
Mm-hmm.
But also I feel like I feel like some of the things I've made are kind of boring. They were good at the time. Like I was happy to make them, but like this is interesting to me. You know how it has the different textures. Like I don't want to make something. I don't want to make stuff I've already made before.
I feel you.
You know, same
Yeah.
tech. But then I'm making a sock tube for.
But then at the same time, there's only so many
right,
techniques.
right, exactly. And I don't like entrelac. I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
and there's stuff that you're not in. If you're not in, you know.
Right. If I don't like the results, because I am still a product knitter.
Yeah.
Sally switched, but
Yeah.
But you know, and I don't know. I feel like there aren't as many patterns that I'm like, oh, I'm dying to make that.
Yeah, but you know that kind of happened with like buying yarn. Like when I first started knitting, like I bought all the yarn, and now I'm like,
Right.
I've seen that, I've had that.
Right.
And I don't like. I know that I don't like having a lot staring at me on a shelf. So, you know, you change. Stuff changes, and I hardly even look at Ravelry anymore. Like I don't look at the hot right now. Well, honestly, I'm like not doing anything for pleasure right now besides like my 2 minutes of reading before I go to pass out at night.
Right.
And like, you know, a little bit of knitting.
And that's pretty much the way I am now too.
Yeah, I used to look at the hot right now every single day and like save all these patterns. Haven't saved a pattern in I don't even know how long.
Right.
So, you know, transitions happen and
yeah. But it's not that I don't want to knit anymore.
No,
I just feel like I'm more selective now about what I'm knitting.
Yeah, and it's the same with the yarn buying. Like I'm very more selective with yarn buying, what I'm casting on. I used to cast on stuff willy-nilly, and now I'm like, I'm not gonna No. Like that Speltus.
Uh-huh.
I did the whole process of picking out my minis and then was like, I'm not going to make this. What are you doing?
Right.
You're not going to like it.
Right. It's not your style.
No.
Mm-mm.
And maybe that'll change if I do a different set of minis. But I was forcing it. And so
Right.
in the past, I would have been like, no, I spent all this time pulling out these minis. I'm making this.
Right,
and then
right.
I would have hated it,
Right.
So, yeah, more selective. It happens.
Yeah. So,
And who knows? I may transition back into, like, being willy-nilly. I don't know. Brains are weird.
Yeah. Change happens.
That's right.
So I might be making more hats and especially
If
DK.
that's what you like.
I am so in love with DK. Like
Me too.
I can't wait to cast on the next shawl, but I am waiting because I've still got Terrell Dago.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
in the
knit a
lace.
row. I mean, not a row.
I slowed down big time in the lace. I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have that. I've got, the Speltus going. I think I'll have Speltus finished by next time, just because each block. I mean, it's perfect for Advent because you can do a block a day.
Yeah.
And I will say on the Speltus, it calls for 10 gram minis, but you only use like 7 grams because I think they allowed extra for the tassels.
Okay.
And I was thinking tassels was past the 10 grams.
Gotcha.
So it goes super fast.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. So that's where I stand.
Visit our website or visit the Lambs on the Run website if that works out better for you. Just whatever you do, don't forget to slay.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Hi, guys.
I don't remember. You want to start over?
Let's start over.
Oh, okay, now I remember.